This afternoon we have got a special treat for you. We're with Dylan Lupton today. And Dylan, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Nice to see you. You are the K&N Series NASCAR Rookie of the Year from 2013, correct?
Yes, sir. Going for that championship this year.
Part of why we want to talk to you today is a little bit about what you do and then how math is applied to what you do as a driver.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's take a look at the car. So aerodynamically, what has been done to this vehicle to help you? Your goal is to go fast.
Absolutely.
And the faster you go, the better you're going to perform.
Absolutely. This body is a fiberglass body, and NASCAR has rules on how templates should fit on this car, what the dimensions should be of the front fenders, of how high it could be off the ground, how slanted the hood could be. So we get those templates in the shop, and we'll modify these bodies to try and make them as fast and sleek as possible while still fitting the templates. Absolutely. So one of the things we also do is we kind of kick out the front end right here. It's not just straight down, it's kind of kicked out a little bit, and we have this front little plastic piece and we have the tape there so that we get as close as we can to the ground, getting all that air pushing down on the front nose to get the front end glued to the racetrack.
All right, well, the next thing I guess we'll take a look at are the tires.
The tires, yes. These are bias ply tires. They are 10 inches wide. And these tires will last us usually, they can last about 175, 200 laps if we really wanted them to. However, the speed in the race car is in the first few laps on new rubber tires.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get the kind of slick stuff off of the tires on the racetrack, they'll grip up right away. So in qualifying, we'll be 3-4 tenths faster than what we were in practice on old tires.
Now, are the tires all the same size?
No, they are not all the same size. Since NASCAR, we turn left most of the time. Sometimes we got road course racing, but these tires are bigger on the right side than the left side. This helps the car rotate and turn. So, say the front end. The right front will be 2 inches bigger than the left front, and the right rear will be 2.5 inches bigger than the left rear. Now this helps the car, when it goes into the corner, help it turns.
And something some students may understand is with the differential, how it turns at a different rate of speed.
Yes.
So that's something.
They do turn at different rates of speed, and we have lockers that if I stab on the gas real hard, unlock that locker, and they spin at different rates so it can get the car loose or tighten the car up and it'll just go straight.
All right. Well, let's continue down. What would you like to show off on the car next as we move on down?
I would have to say into the driver's side. From over there, the seat kind of blocks it, but from here you can really see all the tubing and chassis. You can see this X right here. This is what holds the main cockpit together. And then my race seat also. This is a good point where you can see this. These race seats are manufactured so that they wrap around my body and keep my head from bouncing around side to side and keeps me in there tight.
So this is your most important safety feature.
Yes,
on this car. This is what
race.
Keeps you alive.
Yes, this area right here in between these windows is what keeps me safe.
And is everything the same size? I mean, as far as these roll bars and things like that?
Between car and car?
Well, even the ones in here.
Oh, well, no, not everyone is the same size. You can see some are longer than others. They are all the same thickness and circumference. However, they are all different lengths and sizes. This car
so
is
the diameters are the same?
Yes, the diameters are the same. However, lengths are different.
Right.
These cars are built up of all different triangles and squares, and it's just geometry that goes into these race cars to make them not only fast but safe as well.
Well, let's keep on moving down.
Alrighty.
What else on the back part of the car here?
Alrighty, so one main thing is the spoiler right here. The spoiler plays a key role in aerodynamics. As you can see, air will come over the race car, over the top of the roof, and drop down and hit this spoiler. Now, we have a couple different size spoilers. We have ones that are shorter, and then ones bigger like this, and then also added pieces that we're able to put on at some tracks due to NASCAR's regulations. So this affects how the car will be going down the straightaway.
Okay.
It could, with all this air on the rear end, could raise the front end up a little bit more. And then also going into the corners too, a lot more air is pushed down on that rear end to make sure that it has grip pushing down on the rear tire. So when I stand on the throttle, the tires won't just
Now, is it
spin.
the size of the track that determines the size of the spoiler?
Yes. Yes, some tracks, you know, there's long straightaways and you don't want much air hitting that back spoiler and pushing. Because if you imagine the air comes down here and it pushes and it wants to bounce back. So it's pushing against the car.
Mm-hmm.
So what you'd really want is it just to come down and be smooth, nothing there blocking the air, so you go faster down the racetrack. So at the bigger tracks we go to with the longer straightaways, we get away with having shorter spoilers, smaller spoilers across
Without
the
the
rear.
extenders on the side
Yes.
sometimes? Okay.
Yes.
All right, well, let's continue around. We'll
Alrighty.
head this way.
And another thing, just like the spoiler, are these roofing rails also. These roofing rails, we run at all the tracks, but this just adds a little bit of side force and aerodynamics going down the rear.
Well, we can see we have them on this side of the vehicle, however, not on the other side.
Yes, yes. We only run them on the left side, and you're only allowed to run them on the left side. NASCAR will not let us run roofing rails on the right side.
Let's take a look at the interior on this
Yes,
side over
we can
here.
Yes. Alrighty, so a lot of people ask me how I get into this race car. As you can see, there's only about 1.5 feet between this roll bar and my seat, and then there's the steering wheel. Well, the steering wheel comes off. So to get in these race cars, I have to take the steering wheel off, throw it up there on the dash, and I have to kick my legs in and slide down into the
Jump
seat.
up and slide in.
Yes.
Now, does the steering wheel have to be a certain diameter? Does it got to be a certain size?
No, it does not.
Okay, well, let's take a look at what else is.
So in here we have all our gauges. We have water temp, oil temp. We have our tachometer. We have voltmeter, fuel pressure, oil pressure, and then this is for my AC unit right here. We have the batteries right there. We have 2 batteries in these race cars. All these little toggle switches right here are what turns everything on. We even have blowers going into the brakes, cool down the brakes and the tires and the front end, and one going to the right rear, so big hoses dropping down and cooling off those few corners.
Well, you know what? We wish you continued success. And do us a favor, if you do win that championship, we'll be looking for it, and we'll expect you to come on back to town, all right?
Alrighty, thank you.
All right, sounds good.